Welcome back inside the Dignity Health Studios, inside the Bakersfield, Californian. Third floor, the Bakersfield, California, right outside Louis Amestoy's luxurious office overlooking downtown Condors.
It's a penthouse suite, really.
It's a penthouse
That's
suite.
what it is.
Ryan Holt, Kevin Bartle, man to my right, Condors assistant coach Ryan Murphy. And get to normally talk to Murph on Insider, but Murph, welcome inside Condors Unleashed. It's great to see you.
Bartle told me I had a face for radio, so that's kind of why
Wow,
I've
it's
not been
True.
here.
I meant
Wow.
him. I meant him.
It's been a tough go, but I finally made it. What is it now, March?
Yeah.
I finally made it. It's my first show.
Troy was talking about how he's going to break down the video and see what we're all wearing. I think, Troy, we're all 5 out of 5s here for this trip.
I mean, I think so.
Holty told me to wear something that I would wear to the club on a Saturday night. That's how he tried to throw me under the bus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Troy was in the room.
You wear your
So
Condors.
this is what I actually
You wear
do
Condors
wear.
polos
Yes.
to the club on Saturday night.
Whatever works.
He doesn't
Whatever
get to
works.
club a lot, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, Murph, welcome back from Alaska. I mean, 2 games up in Alaska in which the Condors lost. I thought the Saturday game, things got out of hand there in the third period. I thought the Condors played a good game overall. But, boy, that Sunday game, that comeback and just talk about how the team came together throughout that game and hearing from the guys afterwards, there was never a belief that the Condors were losing that game on Sunday.
I think once we got the penalty kill a little bit more structured and under control and guys really believed that we could shut them down, you could see that in between periods there was a confidence, a quiet confidence about our team. And even though we were down 2-0, we felt that if we can get a lot of pucks to the net and keep grinding, we were going to get our opportunities to score some goals. And it was an unbelievable pass by Bowman to Growler, and he made a great play. A lot of guys will turn away from that first shot and turn to the corner. He actually stopped in front. Maybe that's because he hasn't had a lot of breakaways. And
He's a D-man. He didn't know what to do.
that's exactly right. Now where do I go?
What was the feeling on the bench? Because even Bowman said afterwards, I made that pass, I looked up and I saw it was Growler, and I thought, uh-oh.
Yeah.
He's playing in his third game of the season. He hasn't really played that much, and now he's playing forward.
I'm sure his eyes lit up. Everybody on the bench was so pumped for him because it's tough to transition from D to forward. It's not easy to do, and especially when you only have 9 forwards. It's not like we can play him every couple shifts and just play him on a defensive-minded role. He had to help us out offensively, and it came down to a big goal that gave us the momentum, and we went on from there. So.
You guys come back home. You got 15 games left in the season, but 10 of them on home ice. Does this team really feel like they have a home ice advantage? Because it sure looks like it.
For sure. We love playing at home. You get to sleep in your own beds. You get to practice on your own rink, and everything's more comfortable. And the travel in this league could be tough. In Alaska, it was a little bit tough for us to get situated up there. I thought we came out a little bit sluggish in the first period in that game, and that's usually the case when a team travels. When we go to Utah, Colorado, it's tough to play that first period.
Right.
So if you can get out of that and keep yourself in the game, then you can go from there. But I think it goes the same way with the teams that have to travel here. And our crowds have been huge for us. So I know that we can ride the momentum. We've been able to score early in home games, and that's been huge.
Early and often lately.
Well, it just demoralizes you when you're a road team and you go in and you're on the road and there's a big crowd and then you give up a goal early. You just feel like you're behind the 8 ball the whole night.
For sure. And we've had some big crowds with some great events that we've had going on, so we've known that there was going to be a lot of people in the seats, and we've been able to ride that momentum throughout the course of the game. And, we'll get up early, and that's great. It makes our jobs a lot easier as coaches.
I'm on the ECHL trade tracker.
You can't even pay attention.
I'm on the trade tracker. I'm hearing. I get
the
the trade tracker going. I'm like Adam Schefter.
You have your source right here.
Well, that's his mom on top.
No, Mom says I look good today, but no, Rusty's calling, so I was just letting him know that we're on air. But
we're live.
We're live on air.
Yeah.
Rusty, if you're out there and you're watching, come on down. We'd like to have you on our next segment.
What's going on, Coach? Trade
what is
deadline.
going on, Coach?
Can't confirm or deny any.
Come on.
It's not what my sources are
moves.
saying.
You're bluffing right now. So.
He is bluffing.
But we like our team a lot, and it's much tougher when it comes to the time. This is the worst time of the year when you like your team because you don't want to ruin any chemistry. You see that things are going well, but at the same time, it's our job to make sure that we have the best product on the ice as possible when we get going in the playoffs. So for me, it's if we do something, it's tough as coaches right now because we do feel that there's chemistry in the locker room. We do feel that the guys are headed in the right direction, and I know we only got 1 out of 3 in Alaska, but we felt good about our game, and we felt that we're moving in the right direction. So you really don't want to toy with that too much.
All right, I'll take that to the other side. We talked about the trade deadline, but we also talked about the time when colleges start to end their seasons, when major junior seasons start coming to an end. The playoffs are ramping up in major junior, but some of the teams have already been eliminated. Are the Condors looking that way, especially with a guy like Spencer Bennett out for the foreseeable future, placed on the 21 IR? Wes Cunningham didn't play all weekend up in Anchorage, so there's a couple guys banged up, a couple guys suspended, well, with Chris Collins out for another game, but are the Condors looking at that route?
Yeah, we have a lot of irons in the fire between John Oliver and myself and Troy. We're looking under every rock right now. So it's something where we have to wait until the last minute in order to see if something's going to happen. With these college guys, a lot of them are going to the playoffs. And the guys that we're interested in were on winning teams because we want guys that have played on winning teams and have been successful. So it's going to be a little bit longer process. In that respect, every agent is going to get their player to the American Hockey League, apparently. So
everyone shoots
that's
for
the
high
agent's
hopes.
job.
Yeah,
it's actually unbelievable. Yeah.
Well, let me put you on the spot. Maybe you can you can address this however you feel necessary, but do you feel like this Condors team has needs right now?
Just depth-wise, I'd say. We would also like to upgrade our speed. That was clear in Alaska. They come in waves, and we were able to sustain that a lot, and we played pretty strong defensively. But that said, if we had to go back up there and play a 7-game series, we would want a faster product on the ice.
Right.
We would. And it's simply because it's a puck possession game, and right now we're not matched up with them if the playoffs were to start today, but we always want to be able to tweak our team in the best way possible, and that would be one area that we want to upgrade is our speed.
All right.
He said it. I mean, especially with a guy like Spencer Bennett out as well.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the pre-scouts. Now, you're going to break down video because Troy's not here, so we're putting you on the spot for breaking down video.
Okay.
We have the video.
I think he's capable.
We have the video.
Do you get a lot of bleeps when Troy does this?
Yeah, well, we've been winning lately, Murph.
Okay.
So this was to take guys through this. We've done this before, but for those that don't know the pre-scout video.
Well, this is PowerPoint. I know that Troy doesn't know what that is, and there's another slide. But control breakout on the big ice, we tweaked it a little bit. We have the center and the left wing going to support up the right side. We're trying to get it up to that far posted winger and then get some speed up going into the zone. Control forecheck. We played a little bit more aggressively than most teams do. We'll put the guy up in front. We don't want to take away the center.
You're allowed to say, stop it right here.
Okay, stop it right there. We want to take away that center. We don't want him picking up the puck with speed because then it kind of gets everybody on their heels and we get in a little bit of trouble. So
where's the center for those that don't know?
the center swung to this corner. The defenseman posts in the other corner. We have our center locking and identifying where their center is, and we have our wings in front taking away their defenseman.
This is a little different than normal, no?
Yeah, usually you'll see a 1-2-2 where the two forwards can adjust to what the other team is doing. We like to kind of control the play and make them go up a certain way, have to play them in the neutral zone 2-on-2, and be able to create turnovers in the neutral zone.
All right.
And then you say roll it when you want. There you go.
Okay, I'm a rookie at this.
Just like that.
That's all right.
You say stop it right there and then
all right.
roll it. And a turnover for
And
it.
you see a turnover.
Right.
Breakouts. We do a lot of weak side movement. That means we like to get the puck from where it is on the strong side, pause it right there, and get it to the weak side. You have 9 guys.
He's learning.
You have 9 guys on this side. We want to be able to get it to the weak side, be able to control the puck, hit our wing, get going on the offensive attack right there. Roll it. There you go.
There you go.
Now we're talking.
Now, they're pretty aggressive here.
They do
on their
they're
attack.
very aggressive all over the ice. Here you'll see again. We like to use our backhand. Pause it right there. Husey does a much better job than he did at the beginning of the season. I know a lot of that have come to us that were new at the beginning of the season said, I've been told not to use my backhand. And it takes an extra second in order to get that puck from your backhand to your forehand, and we
Right.
want to be able to get that puck to the weak side as quickly as possible. So you can see Husey uses his backhand, goes right to Berge, we go right up the wall. Roll it.
There you go.
There it is.
Right up the wall.
Nice play
And,
by Millsy.
Yeah, he was making a
There he
surprise
is.
guest appearance
Yeah.
here in Condors Unleashed. Maybe we'll get him on later, too.
Oh, how
There
about
you
that?
go.
Now the D-zone, which 5-on-5 the Condors were fantastic with, I thought, in the course of the 3-game series.
That's correct. Yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job. Here, what we wanted to go over was pause it right there. we wanted our strong side winger to be a little bit deeper, because what was happening in the first couple games was they were able to hit the weak side D that would be over here, and they would spread us out a lot. And the puck possession was a huge key on the weekend, and we want to be able to control where that puck was going. We wanted to keep it on the strong side and be able to battle it out on that strong side.
I mean, Alaska is great, obviously, at using the extra space
And
they
you
have.
can see they hit that weak side D, and it kind of spreads us out a little bit. So we wanted a little bit tighter strong side winger, a little bit stronger weak side winger.
And there you have it. And nice easy out. It's a piece of cake.
Yeah, easy stuff. Tracking. Now, what tracking means, for those out there, is kind of back checking, in a sense, where you could see, pause it right there. Right now we have a 3-on-2 with a back checker coming from behind. Usually what we like to do, and it's much tougher on the bigger ice, is to get these two guys to go and close. So this guy closes on the puck. His partner closes on the middle lane drive. That way, it's much tougher pass to get all the way across the ice to that F3 that's trying to look for that.
Why wouldn't he
opening.
come to close on this guy?
Well, here's
and
why.
let the tracker.
Here's what happened here. Usually, what you get is the middle lane drive being the second guy, who's the second wave of attack going in. Here, we get a little bit screwed up because this is the speed, and then this is the high guy. So the F3's job is to identify who's his guy and point him out, so that Bergie can make an easier play, an easier read right here, and close on that other guy.
Okay.
Now, what ends up happening is we only give them a stick length of gap here, but it turns into a scoring opportunity.
There it is.
And you don't want to leave Mazzolini alone right there.
No,
No.
you don't. And you can see right there, pause right there. So now we have our gap, good gap right there. Leachy, we probably want him a little bit tighter. But the read is for the F3 that if he can't get to this guy and make a play and close on him by the red line, okay, his job is to take the weak side. And you can see Waddy gets a little antsy right there and goes after the puck. And you can see these guys make some plays. It gets Leachy out of position, and they get a scoring chance out of it. You could roll it.
There you go.
And it's perimeter, but still, we want to be able to close that right inside the blue lines. Here's one more. This one's a good one. Pause it right there. Neil does a good job. He sees he's not going to be able to close this guy before the red line. So his job is to hold middle ice in position and take away that weak side option right away.
Now, is he communicating with the D, or did they each just know what he's supposed to do?
You should be communicating. I don't think we talk enough sometimes, especially in this area. But I think that right now the D recognized that Niel's in the middle of the ice. His job is going to be take this. I believe this is a defenseman, Curry, that's jumping up into the play. So it's easier for him to take that second wave of attack and
Right.
be able to grab him. So you could roll it. And there's Connolly that now is up in Alaska.
Yep.
Now, where is he?
Abbotsford.
Abbotsford.
That's in the American
That's right.
Hockey League, their affiliate, which they called
And
Jordan
pause it right
Jackson up
there.
over the weekend.
Yeah, and Knacker is.
Not on the ice.
Oh yeah, he was called up by their.
That's
affiliate.
right.
That's right. I was
Got
kind
it.
of confused there.
I'm
right?
glad Murph is picking up on this theory. I'm
Got
just, again, just the
Right.
facts, folks. Just the facts.
Right.
Yeah, wanted to know where he was.
Yeah.
Okay, roll it. Penalty kill. Now this was
This was tough.
This was a major issue. Pause it right there. Now, usually we've been very, very aggressive, and we've been able to shut teams down before they even get to set up. On the bigger ice, it's much more difficult because you have the wider lanes, you have a little bit more room to create space. So we want to play. We want to have all four guys in a tight box where we're not giving up the seam passes. But with the bigger ice, it allows them to get the zone a little bit easier. So you can roll it right there. And we do an okay job standing up, but tracking down the puck. And that pause it right there. we get a little bit too tight here, where usually we want an out. If Bergie's got to go back for that puck, he's going 100 miles an hour. He knows that two guys are bearing down on him. Where is he going to go with the puck?
Right.
We need an out. So Growler is a little bit new to our system. He should be right on the backside post as an option for Bergie to
That's
release
Travis Garlitz, by the way.
Travis Garlitz.
Best
yes.
nickname on the team.
Now you could roll it. Now we get a little bit spread out here. We want to keep a tight four-man rotation right there. They roll up. Pause right there. And now we want Litz in the shooting lane. They blocked a lot of shots, and that was, I thought, the difference between their special teams and ours over the majority of the three games was that they were able to block a lot of shots, cause a lot of turnovers just because we tried to get a little bit too cute because we saw that they were blocking so many shots.
Right.
So roll it. Right here, I believe this is the second goal. Now, we do an okay job because we want to keep them on the outside, but pause it right there. The difference is this wouldn't happen on the smaller ice.
Right.
They have the ability to kind of turn with the puck, wait it out, and then create plays. We would have closed automatically right off the initial rush.
Right.
So they get into it. Now, our D were the problems that I think in the first 2 games of boxing out. We did an okay job, but we didn't identify where our guy was, and we didn't grab sticks. They do a terrific job at getting pucks to the net and then getting guys that are open, and they do a great job in front in order to find the puck. So you can roll it. And, we didn't do a great job on our opportunities to clear the puck right there.
Right. I always feel like if you get your chances to clear it, if you don't, it's in the back
Especially
of your
on the
net.
big ice
Trouble.
because there's so much room down the
Right.
offensive zone.
Right. But we're okay. We're okay. Now, that's a shot that we'll give up, but the rebound is the
Yeah.
problem. The rebound is the defenseman's guy where he's got to turn and find a stick.
And if we can fast forward this, I just want to get the keys before Murph has to go here. There's a keys slate at the end of this, and I know we're going to miss some power play here, but
I'm not a power play guy anyway.
well, yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
You're the
what's going on.
PK guy, but wanted to get to the keys and how, we often talk about if the Condors execute the majority of the keys that night, they're going to win the game. Condors won the game. How do we do here in the 4 keys?
Well, special teams got off to a rough start. We gave up another PK goal, but I thought we adjusted pretty well. We did a very good job from the second and third period on, and that was a huge difference in the game because I think we won 5-on-4 or 5-on-5, 3-1.
Right.
So that was a huge factor. Tracking the F3 positioning, we talked about that, trying to maintain that gap, push those guys and close them off early, and then getting that second wave of attack, being able to identify where that is. And then puck management, I thought we did a pretty good job. We're not probably the most finesse team, but that doesn't mean that we can't move our feet, make good passes, and try to give and goes and maintain the puck and not turn the puck over. And then battle of wills, 3-3. Down 2-0 after the first period. I would have said at the beginning of this season, with going up there the first time, that the game was probably over, and that we wanted to grow and gain something out of it. But I don't think a single guy in that room believed that we weren't
Not
going
this
to win
time.
that game.
Not
No.
this
I
Condors
thought
team.
number 4 was the biggest reason why the
It's-
Condors won that game. They
Yeah,
just weren't
it
going to
is.
lose it.
Battle
Find a
of
way to win
wills.
it.
And Alaska, on the flip side, probably thought, hey, we got this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've beaten them up here now 5 straight times. Yeah, this is easy. This is nothing.
Murph did good.
Murph.
Did
appreciate the
well.
time. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks,
Enjoy some
Murph.
pizza on your way out. We'll get Rusty when we come back. Dancing Granny's here. Greg Miller's here too. We didn't even know he's here. But we'll hang out. We'll have some fun. More Condors Unleashed next on Bakersfield.com.